doubt about it. It was a banner year for quarterbacks in the NFC. A number of guys could very well have been selected for this. But I thought he stood out. I thought he found a way to separate himself from the pack. And he's been rewarded as the starting quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Definitely the right choice in my book.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, that's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Watson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Watson looks to throw again. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw is Watson. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll run. This is he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back, it's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They'll try the air now with Watson. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And they'll get this down to the 10. From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Prater's kick is good, and the NFC out to an early 3-0 lead. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the linebacker Jordan Hicks. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st. Here's Watson. And all the way in for the touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 34 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows to 10-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The AFC set to take over on offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They go play action with Burrow. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
None of that.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 3rd down, Henry. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them from
touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, an 11-yard touchdown. And the AFC able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Dodges him at the 50. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown NFC.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Oh, Cohen lost the football, and it's scooped up by the NFC. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Butker on for the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Sliding out of the pocket. And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson off play action.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight 1st downs. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now in this first half of the Pro Bowl.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Wow, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play, and just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
A first down carry for Henry. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Burrow completing this to Chase. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The AFC thus far on 3rd down, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Diggs has it.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the handoff, Taylor.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie things at 17 all.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here now the NFC to take over on offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Watson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Their entire offense has been centered on him, and he's been carrying the load with ease. 100 yards rushing in a game for a quarterback is rare. In a single half, darn near a masterpiece.
Steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On first down, Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
And that flag's on Myles Garrett, and we know he's got a nose for getting after the quarterback, but that time, even though he's going to protest it a little bit, he's a step late, and they hit him with the penalty.
From the red zone now, Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the second half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. McCaffrey will score. It's an NFC touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And movement up front looks like a false start for the AFC. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 77 yards. And the AFC strikes quickly there for 6. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Watson on first down. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To the air yet again. Watson to Jefferson on the slant. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come upon halftime of this Pro Bowl with the NFC on top of the AFC, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. In the game you're watching, it's Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And down to the 36-yard line here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have enough for an AFC 1st down. So how about that? They risk it on 4th down, and they're rewarded.
They'll get 17 yards there. And the AFC will have a 1st down.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to give them a little bit of credit for fortitude there. 4th and inches, and they don't run the football. Normally you just wedge your way through, fall forward, find the yardage. They took a shot and put it in the air, and it paid off.
Maybe they saw the defense overcommitting.
A lot of confidence there, though, because even if they overcommit, you just want to make sure you get the 1st down. You throw an incompletion on 4th down there, they're going to second-guess you the rest of the game. This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive can take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Travis Kelce from 10 yards out as they have taken the lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And, boy, there's that elusiveness on display. Spinning forward and able to get 6 yards out of that. From the 29, Watson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. From the gun on third, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that'll bring him back within a point. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Lawrence will throw.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And the NFC punt team out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Evan Ingram, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there, it was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. To throw is Watson. There's Evans again, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and an AFC touchdown. Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick-6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 15 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here now the NFC to take over on offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick-6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
On second down, McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And this is caught by Evans.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And yes, sir, that's going to be enough. The NFC tests their luck, and they get the conversion on 4th down. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Watson's throw there taken in by Smith. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 109 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Watson. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Looking to throw. Watson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That pass was into the end zone, but it was tipped up in the air, and that leads to a few anxious moments. Who's going to come up with it? Defenders want that ball knocked to the ground at the worst.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Justin Jefferson
from 4 yards out.
And the NFC able to cut into that lead.
Extra point good by Prater as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The AFC about ready to take over on offense.
And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The AFC went for it, and it doesn't work out. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. Here's Watson, throwing to start the drive. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 4 yards out. And the NFC is within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safeties usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for them to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
The AFC set to take over on offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now here's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on third down to keep the drive going.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
They go play action with Burrow. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. The big fella. He's at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Touchdown! Herb Smith Jr. from 4 yards out. And the NFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.